Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of Fantastic 5. This week, we're counting down the 5 best science-themed heroes in comics. Many action heroes, especially superheroes, have science as a part of their fundamental DNA. Whether it's getting their powers from radiation or mutation, or fancy cars, gadgets, or robot pals. But fewer are the heroes who make science basically their whole deal. In short, if you can imagine a character wearing a jetpack and shooting a laser at a robot who is also wearing a jetpack and shooting a laser, that's who we're counting down today. Here are a few science bros who didn't quite make this top 5. Captain Science, a Golden Age hero whose name alone merited a mention. Hank Pym, Marvel's master of big smallology. Donatello, the one who does machines. Ted Kord, the second Blue Beetle. And Gyro Gearloose, Scrooge McDuck's personal inventing machine. Now, top 5 for science. Number 5, Tom Strong. First up is the science hero that's actually called a science hero, the common term for superpowered heroes from Alan Moore's America's Best Comics line of books. Tom Strong is a Doc Savage-style man at peak condition, with superhuman strength developed by being raised in a high-gravity chamber by his scientist parents, and a genius intellect that allows him to build Newman, his steam-powered robot, and to give human intellect to his gorilla ally, King Solomon. His fun and exciting adventures with his wife Dalua and their daughter Tesla make him a shoo-in for this list. Number 4, The Flash. While not quite as jetpacky as some of the others on this list, the Barry Allen incarnation of the Flash is a scientist through and through. In his day job, Barry works as a police scientist, or crime scene unit as it's called today, and incorporates his knowledge of physics and chemistry into his extracurricular activities as the Flash, often imparting bits of this knowledge to his nephew Wally in the form of educational flash facts. Besides that, his most notable villains, the Rogues, are all guys who use outrageous tech, like freeze guns and weather wands, to commit crimes. Plus, he has a treadmill that lets him travel in time. Number 3, Adam Strange. Adam Strange is perhaps the most straightforwardly science fiction style hero on the list, and that is by design. The hero of Ran was created by editor Julius Schwartz when he was assigned by DC to create a science fiction hero. And so he created an archaeologist from Earth who is regularly teleported to the planet Ran by a Zeta beam. When there, he meets up with his love Alana and helps defend the population of Ran from alien threats. Best of all, he does all of this in his rad fin-headed spacesuit while wearing a jetpack and shooting pew-pew lasers. Number 2, Atomic Robo. Maybe you've never read Atomic Robo. Maybe you also have never experienced joy. I don't know. But the comic book Atomic Robo tells the story of Atomic Robo the robot, a sentient robot built by Tesla who runs a huge company of action scientists. Led by Robo, the fighting scientists of Tesladyne travel space, time, and dimensions to protect humanity from freaky weird science, while also frequently creating freaky weird science of their own. Also, Robo's arch nemesis is a crystal-obsessed talking dinosaur called Dr. Dinosaur, who probably doesn't actually have a doctorate. And number 1, Mr. Fantastic. Marvel has tons of scientists in its roster, including Bruce Banner, Tony Stark, and Peter Parker. But when it comes to science, one character eats all of those other dudes' lunch, and that's Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four. Reed's whole life is about the expansion of knowledge for the betterment of humankind, a passion which he pursues even occasionally at the expense of his personal relationships with his wife, children, and friends. But at his best, he knows that this knowledge is best when shared with his family, and when they're all exploring the universe together, you get some of the best comics in history. That's all for this week. Join us next week for another fantastic quintet of things. Thanks for watching this episode of Fantastic 5. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.